Welcome to Profit Guru. I'm Cassandra Barney, and this is your place for everything Amazon selling related, plus other ways that you can be making money online. Today, I want to focus on a strategy for all of you private label sellers. I know you guys see me talk a lot about arbitrage on here, but I know a lot of you also are interested in the private label aspect of Amazon. So today I want to show you how I use Profit Guru software to find really great private labeling opportunities. If you love selling on Amazon or love making money online, make sure you subscribe to this channel because we put out new videos every single week on how you can be making more money from home right online. So let's get to some private label sourcing opportunities with Profit Guru.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with Profit Guru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at Profit Guru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
The Profit Guru software is really great for Amazon sellers who want to try to find new products to sell. That could be private label opportunities, or for brands, if you want to know which brands are selling really well, because then you want to search out wholesalers for those specific brands. Or if you're looking for the wholesale suppliers themselves, we have a complete database of suppliers. Now, we are in the process of getting a facelift here at Profit Guru, so upcoming, we are going to have even more features available. But those are the main things to use Profit Guru software for right now. So I'm going to come here to the products, and you can also see down here that there's an FBA calculator, a sales estimator, and a bulk analysis tool. We won't be using it today, but the bulk analysis tool is super great for sellers that do have wholesale accounts. Because when you have a wholesale account, what they do is they give you their entire catalog. And this catalog can have tens of thousands of products in it. And to manually source that would take you an enormous amount of time. So what I mean is find a product in the catalog from your wholesaler, then go to Amazon, type in that one product and see how it's doing on Amazon. That would be forever. So that's what this bulk analysis tool does for you. You just upload that catalog into the bulk analysis tool and it will scan all of the products and compare them to Amazon so you know exactly which products are performing well and that you should purchase. So I highly recommend you try that bulk analysis tool out if you do have wholesale catalogs. But today what I want to do is try to find some private label opportunities. So I'm going to come down here to advanced filter. So for those of you that don't know, let me just give you a little breakdown of what private label is. I know you hear me talk about the other models and not private label as much. So what it is you are finding a product that already exists and you are taking it and tweaking it a little bit, making it better, smacking your own label on it, and then selling it that way. So this is not something like arbitrage where a ton of different people are selling the same thing. You're going to find something, but then you have to find the manufacturer for it, who's going to make it for you, and put your own brand logo on it to be selling it underneath your branded logo. So this is great because the competition is not as high. As long as you're doing the right things, as long as you're doing the research to make sure that this is a product that has a high demand and that there's some way that you can tweak this product and make it better. And then you're going the extra mile to make sure that your listing is great, right? Like you have great photographs, you have really good keywords and bullet points and descriptions, then private label can go really, really well. What you don't want to do is find a product in a niche that is already saturated. So for example, Tupperware. If I wanted to sell Tupperware bowls and I go into Amazon and search Tupperware, there are going to be thousands of Tupperwares that pop up. And there's already known brands that sell Tupperware. So how could I change the Tupperware to make them better, to improve them, to put my name on them, and then make buyers want to buy my Tupperware versus the Tupperware brand? It's probably not going to happen. So you're not going to want to go with brands that are already super well known and established and have their network of buyers already. You're going to want to look for products that are on Amazon. They're doing well, but you see that there's room for improvement. Those are the types of products you're going to want to go with. So let's see if we can find some. You could select the category if you wanted to, if you knew like a specific category you wanted to stay within. Is sold by Amazon. You could click yes or no. For sales rank, you're going to want this to be something that is selling on Amazon. You wouldn't want to produce something that's not selling. So typically up to 100,000 is a good sales rank, depending on the category. But for the purpose of this, just to see a higher volume of products that might be opportunity for me, I'll raise it to 150,000. Now, the price is also something super important that you're going to want to set, because if this is something that's selling under $10, you're not going to be making much profit back. After you figure what you're going to be paying in the manufacturer to manufacture it, and then the shipping to you, and then the Amazon fees, you're going to want to go with items that are selling a little higher so that you're still getting a healthy profit back in your pocket. So maybe nothing less than $15. Weight is something you're going to want to take into account as well, because the higher the weight, the more it's going to cost you in shipping fees. So I wouldn't recommend going over 3 pounds. Less than that, the lower, the lighter, the cheaper it's going to be for you, more money in your pocket. Now, for the listing quality score, I'm probably not going to want to compete with listings that are already a 10. That's the scale it goes by, 0 up to a 10. So if the listings are at a 10, then where's the room for me to improve it? So I'm just going to set this to 8 and not see anything with a listing quality score up to higher than an 8. So I'll just set those for now and see what pops up for different ideas for me to start private labeling. So you'll notice that there's more information down here than there's room for me to see. So what I can really do is hit that little hamburger to make this screen go wider, but then I can also come down here and change this up a little bit. So the things that are most important to me, I can make sure that those are toggled and they will be showing first. So I'll want to see the image and the details, the price, the fees, the rank. So maybe what I'll get rid of is right here, the sellers. So you can see how that went away. And then let's see how it looks. So now what I would do is I would go through here, and anything that catches my eye as a product that I think I could manufacture and then private label, I'm going to just dig a little deeper into it. I'm going to go back to the filters for a second, because the listing quality score is something that's important to me as well. I want to make sure that it's a listing that shows there's a need for improvement. So name brands you'd want to avoid, right? Like Hanes, Bosch, Tamagotchis, Carhartt. So I'm really looking for things that look like generic items that somebody could reproduce and turn into their own. So it does take some time to sift through the list to try to find something that catches your eye, because as you can see, there are over 364,000 entries here. So I could get a little more picky and change what my filters were to make this a smaller amount, but I really want to see a vast number of opportunities. So what I like to do is just make my coffee in the morning and just sit down, and while I'm having my coffee, just scroll through for about an hour and see what catches my eye. But I really love how much information you can get in just a short little snapshot here. So I'm seeing the exact price that it is for on Amazon, what the fees are, that's nice, the sales rank, estimated sales, number of sellers, and right there, that is the listing quality score. I could come here and see the product brought up on Amazon to go straight to the catalog listing, or I could come here to see historical data. So right here would pop up those Keepa charts. You definitely would want to make sure that the product is performing well across time to make sure that it's something that has a demand. So there's a lot of different things you have to look for when you're looking for just the right product to private label. You don't want it to have too much competition and to just have like one brand that's dominating the niche, but you do want to make sure that there's a demand for this product and that people are actually searching for it and purchasing it. So it's kind of like looking for gold. What can I see that is going to be the needle in the haystack? Something that's doing well, but I could make it even better. I would definitely say to avoid things like topicals and makeups, things that can go on your skin, just because that's more of a liability to you, right? Like if somebody puts that on and they have like an allergic reaction and then they could come at you somehow. So I would avoid things like that actually go like on the skin. Really, the simpler the product, the lighter the product, the better. So this is kind of interesting here. This is a waist trimmer. So I could go into the Amazon listing to check this out a little more to see if I think that I could compete in this niche. So I can see that this has a score of 8.08 out of 10. That's a pretty good score. And it is a good listing. I mean, they have a video there. Videos are great to increase your score and to attract more buyers. They have a waist chart here. So I'm trying to look to see what does this not have that when I make the product, I can have it and get more sales than this listing does. So this listing seems to be pretty good, right? You can see it in action. Combined with sweet sweat for an enhanced experiment. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. Right here, it has all of the benefits. So that would be something I'm looking for. When I'm trying to find a product that I can improve the listing, if it didn't have something like this, boom, there you go. That's one way I can improve it. So whoever created this listing, they did a good job. They have all of the clear benefits right here. They have their size chart, their videos. This would be a hard one, honestly, to compete with. So here's an interesting one as well. I can see that this looks like a guitar pick, so that's super light. The price point is pretty high. There is only a listing quality score of 5, so that's fantastic. That shows that this is not a great listing, and there's a lot of ways that I can improve it to get it up to a 10. So then I can see the sales rank here and the estimated number of sales. So it looks like something that there is a demand for on Amazon. After the fees, this would be the net, but that doesn't include my manufacturing price. So I can see that if I sold it for this point, that's what I would have in fees, but then I still need to deduct how much I would be buying it for from the manufacturer. So let's jump into the historical data first to see what the data looks like. So this is a 72 pack of guitar picks. And this blue line down here is the sales rank. So it has a really strong sales rank. It did get a little higher here up to the 100, but now it has a still down pretty steady rank. That's a nice one. Their price stays pretty consistent around $19.99. And it seems to get a decent amount of sales. So now what I want to do is go into that exact listing to see what are they doing good and what can I do better to try to get some of the customers to come to me and buy my guitar picks instead. So it seems like this brand is the Jim Dunlop store. There's their store, so that's the Dunlop brand. So that just means that this person found a manufacturer to print these guitar picks, and then they made this logo and had that printed on the top. So that's how they made it unique. That's how they made it their own. It also looks like they have different colors available. I'm curious to see which of their variation of colors sells the best. So I could come down here, and this red guitar pick has the trophy. So that is getting the most sales. So that tells me if I want to start manufacturing guitar picks, red is a good color to go with because that's getting a lot of the sales. So there are some basic photographs here. They're okay. You can see the bag. They have a video there with it. So the bullet points, that is definitely somewhere where I could improve it. Those pictures could be improved a bit. The about this item section, that doesn't really look too strong. I think I could definitely make that better if I were to make my own guitar picks. And then I can see that this is brand registered because they have this section here where they get to put some more information with these headers. So you would definitely want to get your own brand registry when you are thinking to private label something so that you have access to this A+ content right here. If you were to make your own listing off of like an arbitrage item and you don't have your brand on Amazon, then you wouldn't have access to stuff like this or be able to put videos in there. And those are big buying points with your buyers to attract them. So you definitely want to get brand registered. If you're not sure how to get brand registered on Amazon, I do have a video and I will also link that above for you. So after seeing that this is a product where I feel like I could compete with it and I could improve it to try to get some of the customers over to me, like it's not something that's completely dominated already on Amazon, then my goal would be to try to find the manufacturer. So a lot of people go on to Alibaba.com. I feel like that has kind of blown up recently and a lot of people know about it now, but that is a place that you can go to find manufacturers that are not in the United States. There are, though, a ton of manufacturers that are in the US. So you could go to Google and start trying to find some that are closer to you. The downfall is it's probably going to be more expensive to buy them here. But on the plus side, that is something that you could incorporate into your listing. A lot of people like to see that made in the USA on the listing. So that is a point where you could try to drive some sales over to have your product made in the USA. Also, with the shipping, the closer the manufacturer is to you, the faster you're going to get the products. Whereas if you're using Alibaba and it's overseas, you could be waiting some time for that, and you could be paying a ton in the shipping costs in the freight forwarding to come over here to you in the United States. So there's pros and there's cons to getting it places like Alibaba or more local places, but that would just be your preference call. So I hope this was helpful for you guys to see that there is a ton of ideas out there for you to start private labeling your own items. You will be making higher profits with private labeling, but it does take a lot of time and research to make sure that you're private labeling the right products. And Profit Guru is a great place to go to start your research on the products that you want to start private labeling. All right, guys, that's all for today. Make sure you turn on those notifications and subscribe to this channel so that I can catch you all next week in next week's video. I'll see you then. Bye.